All right, it's Bill here. Got my St. Pat's jersey on, although I got a different one than the team has now. It's an hour and 53 minutes away so you can officially say Happy St. Patrick's Day. But let's talk about the Leafs. 5-4 loss in a shootout, losing the game, being up 4-2 with a minute and 31 seconds. What was it? 32 seconds left. And then Carolina, 2 straight goals, and in overtime where the Leafs got a power play, did nothing with it, and then it goes to a shootout. And I saw 3 of the worst attempts at shooting on a breakaway by the Leafs, followed by 2 really horrible attempts by Carolina, and then a really nice one by Jake Gensel to win it. But let me give my thoughts on the game. First of all, Carolina's a really good game, or a really good team. They're just a good team. First period, it was just no one could move. The minute the Leafs got the puck, this is going to be playoff hockey. This is my problem with the Leafs. That's playoff hockey. You're not going to get time in the zone to think. People are going to be on you very quickly in the way that Carolina played. Basically, how Carolina was not winning this game, the only reason why is I don't know what their last defenseman was doing, but there was 4 breakaways that caused the 4 Leaf goals. It was just brutal. I forget who one defenseman for the Carolina tried to chip it and go, and didn't go, and Nylander went on a breakaway. But it was 4 breakaways. There was another breakaway for John Tavares. John Tavares had 2 breakaways, but he was so slow that on the second breakaway he had to pull back up and then gave it to Robertson for a goal. But again, the Leafs were not getting any chances when they got it in the zone. And they're trying to cycle, and they're trying to make moves in the zone. They generated nothing. And the reason why Carolina doesn't give them time and space. They didn't have it. How the Leafs scored were breakaways. That's how the Leafs scored their goals. Horrible change on the first goal, and John Tavares had a 20-foot lead, and he nearly lost the lead by the time he scored, but he scored to make it 1-0. And then, I want to make sure I get the name. So then, you had Nylander with a breakaway on a horrible play. I forget the guy's name. I should get the guy's name. But I thought like some of our defense were really, really bad. But this guy took the cake on that play. Chatfield. Jalen Chatfield. I have no idea what he was doing on the Nylander goal. That is Toronto-esque stuff right there. He tried to chip it up the boards and go, but he was the last defenseman, which left Nylander, who I wish he made that move in the shootout, but he made a nice move to make it 2-0. And then again, it was a horrible defense. I think it might have been Chatfield again, but Tavares got loose, and of course he's so slow that he had to pull back up, and he made a nice pack pass to Robertson, who scored. And then Carolina came in. Burns with a shot, no one covering the guy out front, and then a power play at the end of the period, which I thought the Leafs did a really great job killing that penalty. But at the end of the day, Jarvis scored to make it 3-2. So I was very worried going into the third period. I'll be honest with you, I thought Carolina was the better team. I thought the Leafs played okay. They're playing a good team. Carolina's a good team. They're really good. And then the couple just this is the Leafs. This is playoff hockey for the Leafs. This would have been a playoff game the Leafs would have lost in overtime. This is what the Leafs do. They do not have the ability to fight through with tough teams and get it done. They just don't. They are missing Mitch Marner. Don't get me wrong. Having Mitch Marner in that lineup, your penalty kill at the end of the game would be better. And yes, Leaf fans, I get it. David Kampf did not make a hook on Dmitry Orlov, who I think drew like 7 penalties tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what Dmitry Orlov is, but maybe it's Russian for figure skater. I don't know what it is, but he tripped over someone's skates that draw a penalty. At no point did Kampf hook Orlov, but we got to keep in mind Domi did shoot the puck over the arena, and we got away with that one. So I guess. But anyways, the Leafs have. You can go back wherever you want to go to. The Leafs do not have the grit or the heart to get through a game like this. They just don't. So when a team like Florida or a team like Boston gets a hold of the Leafs in the playoffs, we all know what's going to happen. How was Matthews tonight? How did he play? And by the way, he looks hurt because even on his breakaway, he was looking like he was favoring his friggin' right hip. Like there's something wrong. He wasn't skating tonight. So Matthews was not skating tonight at all. So I don't know what's going on there, but it looked like a right hip to me because he certainly wasn't pushing off on the right side. I don't want to be a doctor or some kind of person from the stands, but if I were anyone, I'd be looking at that right hip. And how did Nylander play tonight? Did he play good? No, because this is a team that's going to friggin' force him to... He got a breakaway. How did Tavares do with the breakaways? They got dominated. This team does not fight through adversity. It doesn't have the ability to. Yes, we've got some Labushkins, and yes, it would be nice to see Benoit in the lineup over a couple of the other defensemen. I thought Edmondson was fine. He's looked fine to me. But it doesn't matter. The Leafs their top players don't have the ability to fight through anything. So what happens? You're killing a penalty. There was a chance, I think it was Nylander threw it down the ice, and you hope that goes in the net. It doesn't. Okay. Because you get a free icing when it's a penalty kill. Comes back down the ice, and I forget who it was. There was a really nice passing play. I want to get the guy's name right. I think it might. Again, I should be more prepared. Was it Gensel? Yeah, Gensel made a nice pass to Aho. It was like tic-tac-toe. Really nice stuff. And then, of course, you got... there's things that I can accept in life, and there's things that I can't accept in life. At no point does it make sense in any goddamn world. I'm trying to get the right analogy, right? Like, you know, if I wanted to win a beauty contest, I wouldn't send me. I'd probably send someone like Brad Pitt. You want to win a beauty contest for men? Send Brad Pitt. Don't send me. Well, if you want to kill off a game and be defensive, you don't put on the worst defensive center on your team, which is John Tavares. You just don't do it. You've got David Kampf. You've got the new kid, Dewar. The kids that want to play defense. You put Tavares on the ice with a 1-goal lead and less than a minute left in this game. How does Sheldon Keefe have a job? Like, it's not goddamn tough. It is common sense to not put John Tavares on the ice when defense is needed. The man can't skate. He had a breakaway and couldn't even get there. And you put him on the ice with 1 minute left to kill off a game? That's fireable. Throw on 3 defensemen. I don't care. John Tavares on the ice, killing a game off with a minute left. How did that work out? How did it? Oh, who scored the goal? The guy who got... Kuznetsov fires it at his ankle. He's hobbling around. He's still faster than Tavares. This piece of you can't put him on the ice to kill a game. Are you that stupid, Keith? That is dumb. And that is why the Leafs always lose, because they do dumb crap like that. It's like putting on Jake Gardiner on the ice against the Bruins in overtime. It's stupid. I would love one of you goddamn reporters to ask Keith, why is Tavares on the ice with 1 minute left to kill a game? And of course, what happens? His guy tips it in. So you guys come at me with Tavares had a goal and an assist. Yeah, that's great. Tavares is garbage and should never, ever be on the ice to kill off a game. He doesn't work hard enough. He can't skate, and he's stupid. All he had to do was tie up Aho's stick, which I think a defensive center would realize that. No, didn't do it. Then I saw him in on overtime, and I went, oh, my God. Of course, he blows it, and Kuznetsov has a breakaway. And I don't know what Kuznetsov did on that breakaway. You can't. Tavares, I know you're down Marner, but you have guys on the bench. Robertson can skate. Last time I checked. You need skaters. Guys that can skate. The one thing I noticed in this game is the Leafs forwards could outskate, for the most part, could outskate the Carolina defense. Gregor, Dewar, name it. Kampf was outskating them. Kampf got a breakaway. You put Tavares on the ice. Keith, you piece of garbage. You just gave us away. We're gonna lose home ice by 1 point. I can already say it to the Bruins. So we're gonna make it even tougher on the Leafs. But they have no chance against the Bruins. But we'll make it tough against the Leafs to play the Bruins. And at least we'll give them home ice advantage. We'll probably lose by 1 point. And that 1 point could be put on the fact that you put John Tavares on the ice to kill off a game. Like, there's dumb decisions in the world. There's been dumb decisions. You know, I'm trying to think of, like, some of the dumber decisions. Like, you know, there was the one time where the Leafs traded Tuukka Rask for Justin Pogge. Tuukka Rask for Andrew Raycroft because we thought Justin Pogge was a good goalie. That's stupid. John Kordic for Russ Courtnall. That's stupid. This is beyond stupid. So, Keith, why wouldn't one reporter ask him that question? There won't be one because they're sucking up to the prick. Anyways, the Leafs play in Philly on Tuesday, and you know what's going to happen. Philly's going to be upset from the last game. Who knows? The Leafs just gave away a point. Well, they got 1 point, but they should have had 2. I've seen it I haven't seen a pig fly yet. I think they put a man on the moon from my understanding. I didn't see it. I wasn't born yet, but from my understanding, they did. Putting John Tavares on to kill off a game. That's new to me. I've seen it all now. Cheers.